Hello, sports fans. My name is Connor Myers, and today we have a volleyball match between the Hicksville Lady Aces and the Edgerton Lady Bulldogs. I'd like to start this broadcast off by thanking our underwriters that help make HIX-TV possible. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships: Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, www.jimschmidtauto.com. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, www.aptmfg.com/careers. The Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy in Hicksville, Ohio. Phone 419-542-6218 for info on flu shots and the latest COVID boosters. ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, www.arcsolinc.com. I'd also like to take this time to say the rosters for each junior varsity team, as nobody really does that on the thing. So for the Hicksville Aces, number 1, Hannah Ridgway. Number 2, Lana King. Number 3, Audrey Bissell. Number 4, Tori Wells. Number 5, Sophie Van Scooter. Number 6, Madison Reed. Number 7, Vernice Molina. Number 8, Liberty Doctor. Number 9, Trinity Nichols. Number 10, Pagelin Ayers. Number 12, Helen Leon Flores. Number 13, Grace Doctor. Number 14, Tatum Boyer. Number 16, Kaylin Metz. Their JV coach is Alex McGowan. And for the Edgerton Bulldogs, number 3, Aubrey Patrick. Number 5, Jade Saul. Number 6, Morgan Cape. Number 7, Kara Schroeder. Number 8, Kaylee Anders. Number 9, Caitlin Anders. Number 10, Elle Heward. Number 11, Nevaeh Timbrook. Number 14, Caitlin Heschelschwart. Number 15, Emma Moore. And number 16, Austin Landis. I'd also like to mention that in Hicksville High School, it is Spirit Week, and tomorrow's theme is time travel. Also, the freshman match just ended up. It was actually a pretty good game, pretty close. The Aces won 2 sets, and the Bulldogs won 1. Okay. Got about a minute 30 left on the clock, and then we will be starting up some JV volleyball action. Also, I'd like to mention that I think it might be a fundraiser charity event going on today, and both the teams are sporting shirts for awareness. I walked out into the commons, and they had a sign that said, like, something about childhood cancer. So that's why we're yellow today. I'll also be working both the camera and announcing at the same time. So I apologize if it takes me a couple seconds to read something off or get a name. It especially doesn't help that some of the girls are wearing yellow on white. So from where I'm at, it would make it hard to see. All right, teams will head out, wish each other good luck. We'll get this game started. Officials are making sure everybody's in the right spots. All right, the Bulldogs will be serving first. That's number 7, Kara Schroeder, up to serve. And it's no good. Aces knocked that one out, meaning Kara Schroeder will be back up to serve for the Bulldogs. And she serves that one a little bit too far out. So number 10, Paige Ayers, will be up to serve. Aces couldn't quite hit that one. Number 9, Caitlin Anders, up to serve. And that one goes away, giving the Lady Bulldogs another point. Caitlin Anders back up to serve. Aces couldn't get that one either. Anders up to serve. Aces save it, giving them the point. Number 6, Maddie Reed, up to serve. And that one hits the net, giving the Bulldogs another point. Aces 2, Bulldogs 5. All right. That looks like number 11, Nevaeh Timbrook, up to serve. No, I think it was number number 10, L. Heward. I'm going to apologize. I am multitasking tonight. So if I look down for one of the names and they hit it too quickly, I'm not going to be able to react in time. All right, the Bulldogs come back out. Heward up to serve. And it was hit into the net, giving the Aces another point. Aces 3, Bulldogs 7. Number 16, Metz up to serve. And it's in. Giving the Aces another point. Metz. And they get that. And the Bulldogs get a point. Number 6, Morgan Cape up to serve. And it's out. Another point for the Bulldogs. Cape back up to serve. That one goes pretty high. And the Bulldogs didn't quite get that one, giving the Aces another point. Number 8, Liberty Doctor. And it hits the net. Bulldogs 10, Aces 5. Number 14, Caitlin Hesselschwart up to serve. And it's out. Bulldogs get another point. Oh. Ortson. Aces point. Number 4, Wells up to serve. Bulldogs couldn't quite get that one. Tori Wells up to serve. And it hits the net. Point for the Bulldogs. Couldn't quite tell who that one was. Aces point. Number 1, Hannah Ridgeway up to serve for the Lady Aces. Just tips right over. And it's in, giving the Bulldogs another point. That is number 7, Kara Schroeder, up to serve for the Bulldogs. Ooh, not enough power on that one. Gives the Bulldogs another point. Schroeder back up to serve. And it's out. Something. Point for the Bulldogs. Now I'm gonna give a little disclaimer here. I'm not too familiar on all the rules and terms of volleyball. So if I'm not perfect on anything, I'd like to apologize for that. And that's a point for the Aces. Number 10, Ayers, up to serve. And it's out, giving the Aces another point. Ayers back up to serve. The Aces couldn't quite get that one. Another point for the Bulldogs. Number 9, Caitlin Enders, up to serve. And the Bulldogs couldn't quite get that one. Getting the Aces another point. That's number 6, Reed, up to serve. And it's hit. It's out. A point for the Bulldogs. That's number 10, El Heward, up to serve. Couldn't quite get that one. Heward back up to serve. And it goes out. Heward. And that one goes out. Give another point to the Bulldogs. Heward. That one goes way out. Another point for the Bulldogs. And that one is out too. Bulldogs 21, Aces 11. And that one's out, giving the Aces a point. Number 16, Kaylin Metz. And they saved it. I couldn't quite save that one, too. Metz back up to serve. Point for the Aces. And it hits the net. Number 6, Morgan Cape up to serve. And it's out. Give the Aces another point. Number 8, Liberty Doctor up to serve. It's in and hits off the hands of one of the girls. Point for the Aces. Doctor hits the net. Bulldogs 23, Aces 15. That's number 5, Jade Saul up to serve. Ooh, Aces can't quite save it. Allowing for the Bulldogs to be at 24 and the Aces at 15. Bulldogs had the match point. And I'd like to take this timeout time to thank our underwriters that support HIX-TV and make this broadcast possible. Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, www.jimschmidtauto.com. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, www.aptmfg.com/careers. The Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy in Hicksville, Ohio. Phone 419-542-6218 for info on flu shots and the latest COVID boosters. ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, www.arcsolinc.com. Bulldogs. Ooh, that one goes over here. And the Bulldogs win that set 25-15. Note that at the JV level, they only play 3 total matches. So if the Bulldogs win the next match, it will end this game and allowing them to win the whole game in its entirety. The girls will also be back in action for the postseason stuff. For the girls varsity sectional semifinals on Wednesday, October 15th at 7:30 p.m. for the Lote session versus Montpelier at Tenora High School. Tickets info at ohsaa.org. Sort of a rematch from the game that was played yesterday. If I remember right, the varsity won. I'm pretty sure the freshmen and the JV lost. That's going off my memory. big sale for childhood cancer going on. That's what Mr. Override just said. Bulldogs are heading back out. Looks like the Aces are getting ready too. Officials are checking. See if everyone's in the right spots. Libero's getting in for Hicksville. And Hicksville is up to serve. Number 10, Paige Ayers, up to serve for the Hicksville Aces. And it's out, giving the Aces to start off with a 1-point lead. Ayers up to serve. One too many hits. Can only hit the ball 3 times. Allowing for Ayers to get back up to serve. And the Aces to get another point. And that one's out. Another point for the Aces. Ayers. And it hits the net. Point for the Bulldogs. Number 9, Caitlin Anders. Serve for the Bulldogs. And that one goes into the bleachers. Anders back up to serve. And it's out, giving the Aces another point. Number 6, Maddie Reed, up to serve. And it's another point for the Aces. Reed back up to serve. Aces couldn't quite save that one, getting the Bulldogs another point. Up to serve, number 16, Austin Landis. And it doesn't quite go over, giving the Bulldogs another point. Landis back up to serve. It was sort of tapped over. Bulldogs weren't ready for that one. A little bit of a deception there. Giving the Aces another point. Caitlin Metz up to serve. Number 16. And that one lands inside of the zone, allowing for the Aces to score again. Mets. Well, that one doesn't quite go over. Another point for the Bulldogs. Aces 7, Bulldogs 5. Number 8, Kaylee Anders. And it's out. Point for the Aces. Number 8, Liberty Doctor. To serve for Hicksville. And it's blocked. Point for the Aces. Doctor back up to serve. Hits the net. Point for the Bulldogs. Can't quite tell who that one is. The yellow and white makes it hard to see. Nice save, but wasn't quite nice enough. Allows for the Bulldogs to get another point. Sort of tips over the top of the net. The Aces get another point. Not the Aces, the Bulldogs. The Aces want to get a point. Ooh! Bulldogs hit it right in. Another point for them. It's number 10, Elle Heward, up to serve. And she's back up to serve again. And that's a timeout from the Aces. I'd like to take this short little time to give another thank you to our underwriters. Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, www.jimschmidtauto.com. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, www.aptmfg.com/careers. The Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy in Hicksville, Ohio. Phone 419-542-6218 for info on flu shots and the latest COVID boosters. ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, www.arcsolinc.com. Bulldogs back on the court and are ready. Aces on the court too. Heward up to serve. And it's out. Giving the Aces 11-10 lead. Number 4, Wells. Ooh, Aces can't get it. Aces 10, Bulldogs 11. I think I said Aces 12, Bulldogs 11 just a second ago. Or I said something like that. No, nobody's at 12. And the Aces get it. And the Bulldogs can't quite bring it back. Another point for the Hicksville Aces. 11 all. Number 1, Hannah Ridgway up to serve. Aces get it over. Bulldogs can't quite get it. So point for the Aces. Ridgway back up to serve. And it hits the net, allowing for a 12-all game. It's number 7, Kara Schroeder up to serve for the Lady Bulldogs. Barely gets over the net. Aces didn't expect that. Couldn't quite get it. Schroeder back up to serve. And they get it back. And it's a point for the Aces. 13 all. It's number 10, Paige Ayers up to serve. Bulldogs couldn't quite get it. Aces up by 1. Ayers back up to serve. Aces couldn't quite retrieve it. 14 all. It's like that was number 9, Caitlin Anders with the serve. And that's a point for the Aces. Number 14, Tatum Boyer up to serve. And it's out. That's number 16, Austin Landis up to serve. The Aces can't quite save it, giving the Bulldogs another point. Landis back up to serve. Aces sort of tap it over. Bulldogs can't quite get it, giving the Aces another point. Tied up at 16. Number 16, Caitlin Metz up to serve. It's hit up. Bulldogs can't retrieve it. Aces 17, Bulldogs 16. Up to serve, Metz. And it's out, giving the Bulldogs the point. Number 8, Kaylee Anders up to serve. And that is out, giving the Bulldogs another point. Anders back up to serve. And it's hit inside, giving the Aces another point. 18 all. Number 8, Liberty Doctor up to serve for the Aces. And that's in! Giving the Aces another point. Doctor back up to serve. Doesn't quite make it over the net. That is number 10, L. Heward up to serve. Bulldogs can't quite save it. Point for the Aces. Number 4, Tori Wells up to serve. Another point for the Aces. Aces at 21 and Bulldogs at 19. Wells back up to serve. And it is out. Aces 21, Bulldogs 20. That is number 3, Aubrey Patrick up to serve. Aces couldn't quite retrieve it. Giving us a tie game at 21 all. Patrick back up to serve. And the Aces get the point. Now if the Bulldogs do win this, it will be over since they already won the first match. However, if the Aces win, we'll go into round 3 to see who the final winner is. Service from Ridgeway. Another point for the Aces. 23-21. Hannah Ridgeway up to serve. And it's a timeout from the Bulldogs. I'd like to say this game could still go either way. Anywho, tomorrow is time travel day for Spirit Week at Hicksville schools. So students will dress up in time past, present, future, probably not present, past, future themed stuff. Aces up to serve. Number 1, Hannah Ridgeway. And the Bulldogs get the point. 23-22. Number 7 to serve. That is Kara Schroeder. kind of going back and forth here. That one goes sky high. Now, if the Aces score here, it will be match point. And they do! Aces 24, Bulldogs 22. Match point. That's number 10, airs up to serve. Ooh, and it's blocked. Bulldogs 23, Aces 24. The Dogs score again, then whatever team will have to get up by 2 to win. And it's out! Teams are tied at 24 all. And that's in. Aces match point. They have to get up by 2 to win. This is number 6, Maddie Reed, up to serve. And they weren't ready for it. Aces win this game. 26-24. I'd like to take this time to give a big thank you to our underwriters at Jim Schmidt Family of Automotive Dealerships. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, www.jimschmidtauto.com. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, www.aptmfg.com/careers. The Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy located in Hicksville, Ohio. Phone 419-542-6218 for info on flu shots and the latest COVID boosters. ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, www.arcsolinc.com. Now just for a little bit of recap, the Bulldogs won the first match, 25-15. The Aces won the second, 26-24. The girls varsity will be in action next week, Wednesday, October 16th at 7:30 p.m. for the load session. They will be going against Montpelier at Tenora. Now, I think this game could go either way. So we're in for quite the doozy. Coach is still talking to their teams. "20 seconds left on the clock. Officials are going to blow their whistles. Tell the coaches to wrap it up. And they do. Officials are going to go over their teams. Allow the libero to check in. Bulldogs with the ball. That is number 9, Caitlin Anders. And it goes under the net, giving a point to the Bulldogs. Anders back up to serve. Aces get it back. Ooh, that one spiked straight in. And it happened real quickly. Couldn't quite get that one on camera. It's number 10, Paige Ayers up to serve for the Hicksville Aces. Doesn't quite go the Aces' way. The Bulldogs getting a point. Number 6, Morgan Cape up to serve. That one didn't quite get enough oomph to it. Aces get a point. Number 6, Maddie Reed up to serve. Reed back up to serve. And that's another point for the Aces. Reed up to serve. Ace couldn't quite get that. Gives the Bulldogs another point. Up to serve, number 8, Kaylee Anders. And that's a point for the Aces. Give the Aces up 5-3. Number 16, Kaylin Metz up to serve. Or it's a point for the Bulldogs. 4-all. Number 8, Kaylee Anders up to serve. Didn't quite get high enough. Another point for the Bulldogs. Anders back up to serve. And then make it back over. Aces couldn't quite get it. Another point for the Bulldogs. Anders up to serve. Well, that one goes way high. And it's out. Another point for the Bulldogs. Kaylee Anders up to serve. Oh, they get it back over. Oh, couldn't quite get that one. And it's out. A point for the Aces. Number 16, Kaylin Metz back up to serve. To serve for real this time. Or okay, yeah. It is in, out, in. Point for the Bulldogs. Number 10, Elle Heward. That's a point for the Aces. Couldn't quite get it over the net there. Number 14, Tatum Boyer up to serve. And the Aces get the point. Aces 7, Bulldogs 8. Boyer back up to serve. Aces couldn't get it over the net. Getting a point for the Bulldogs. And that's another point for the Bulldogs. Number 3 with the serve, Aubrey Patrick. And they save it. They saved that one too. Ooh, they almost save it, but the Aces end up getting the point. Number 4, Tori Wells up to serve. Hit it one too many times. Wells with the serve. Doesn't quite get over the net. Aces 9, Bulldogs 11. That is number 7, Kara Schroeder, the serve. Look down at my roster. It sounds like a hard fall, though. And it hits the net. Point for the Bulldogs. Number 7, Kara Schroeder was up to serve, but they called a timeout. I would like to say that the Aces definitely could come back. The game could still go either way. They're close enough to, since they're only down 4 points. Bulldogs get back on the court. Almost said the field. It's not the field. That is number 7, Kara Schroeder, up to serve. And it hits the net. It's a point for the Aces. Number 1, Hannah Ridgway. Aces couldn't quite get that. Bulldogs 14, Aces 10. And it is out. Giving the Bulldogs another point. Didn't quite say it, but that was number 9, Caitlin Anders with that serve. This is number 10 for the Aces, Paige Ayers. And it is no good. Another point for the Aces. Ayers back up with the serve. The Aces block it. Ayers to serve. And that's a point for the Bulldogs. Looks like number 6, Morgan Cape. It is number 6. Cape back up to serve. Aces hit it right back. Points for the Aces. Aces 14, Bulldogs 7. Maddie Reed up to serve. And the serve is no good. Number 8, Kaylee Anders. Hicksville gets the point. Number 8, Liberty Doctor. Or number 16, Kaylin Metz. A point for the Aces. Metz back up to serve. That one goes real high. Another point for the Aces. Metz up to serve. That's a point for the Bulldogs. That is number 10, Elle Hubert with the serve. Doesn't quite get over the net. Aces at 18 in the Bulldogs at 19. Number 14, Tatum Boyer, up to serve for the Hicksville Aces. Aces block it, allowing the game to be tied up at 19 all. Boyer back up to serve, and it's a timeout. I want to take this time to give a thank you to our underwriters. Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, www.jimschmidtauto.com. APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, www.aptmfg.com/careers. The Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy in Hicksville, Ohio. Phone 419-542-6218 for your info on flu shots and the latest COVID boosters. ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, www.arcsolinc.com. Bulldogs getting right back into business. Aces are as well. Boyer back up to serve. Well, they did block it, but can't quite hit it twice from the same person. Number 3, Aubrey Patrick back with the serve. Another really close game. Bulldogs point. Whoever wins this game takes all the marbles and wins the whole shebang. Patrick back to serve. Aces get it over. And the Aces hit the net. Aces 19, Bulldogs 22. Number 3, Aubrey Patrick back to serve. And it hits the floor. Bulldogs 22, Aces 20. Number 4, Tori Wells, up to serve. Aces couldn't quite get it. Aces 20, Bulldogs 23. And a timeout is on the floor from the Aces. Little reminder, next week the girls will be back in action for their semifinals match, Wednesday, October 16th at 7:30 p.m. for the Lote section versus Montpelier at Tenora High School. This will be the varsity girls. The tickets info are at ohsaa.org. Now, whoever wins this game takes it all. Number 7, Kara Schroeder up to serve for the Edgerton Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs get the point. Aces 20, Bulldogs 24. Bulldogs have the match point. If they can score here, they win the game. And the Aces bring it back. And the Aces get the point. Aces only down 3 now. Have to get up to 23 to make it not match point. So I'm pretty sure it'd be 24. Another point for the Aces, 22-24. Number 1, Hannah Ridgway up to serve for the Hicksville Aces. And it doesn't quite go over. The Bulldogs win. So just a slight recap on the scores. The first game was 25-15 with the Bulldogs coming out on top. The second game was 26-24 for the Aces. And this game is 25-22 for the Bulldogs. One last time, I'd like to give a thank you to the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, www.jimschmidtauto.com, APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, www.aptmfg.com/careers. The Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy in Hicksville, Ohio. Phone 419-542-6218 for info on flu shots and the latest COVID boosters. ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio. www.arcsolinc.com. This was Connor Myers. We will be back for the varsity game next up in about 20 minutes. We hope to see you then.